If you are in any measure outraged by indecency, please look away because I'm about to show you some crazy photographs that got an Iranian football player in jail. Sasha, these are really, really harsh pictures. No, it's not an orgy. No, it's not a sexual scandal. It's this series of pictures of Sosha Makani, the goalkeeper for the Iranian team Persepolis and member of the national team. Photos of him with probably a girlfriend and family members, like any other fan pictures that here in the States nobody will really care about in an Instagram feed. Well, they have landed him in jail for breaking cyber laws in Iran.
Jose, these are the pictures that got this man put in jail. I mean, this looks like my Instagram feed on the weekend. Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. There's a law in Iran where they say that if you post pictures of your family or friends or videos to social media without their consent and they are in any indecent situation, there's a crime being committed. In this case, the indecency is that the women are not wearing the hijab and they were posted to Instagram. Now, the soccer player says that he was not the one posting the pictures, that he got his phone stolen and his account hacked, and someone posted this. He was arrested back at early January 3rd. He was in jail several days and he was released just recently after a lot of lobbying and pressure from senior players. Soccer is a very popular sport in Iran. He's a very well-known player. And so he was able to figure things out with the defense of saying, well, I did not post those pictures, so I did not commit the crime. But this is a proof of how we perceive Iran and the reality of Iran. We see that there's a control from the government of how they present themselves as a society. And so many are pretty much gagged from showing the real life. But we do see with these pictures that people have a Western-like life more than we thought so.
So in this case, is this the country government suing him?
Correct.
Is this, okay.
Yeah, it's the government, it's a prosecutor that is getting really close to the law, to the Article 17 of the cybercrime laws. He is facing up to 2 years in prison and a fine from around $168 and up to $1,340. That will be the fine for doing this. But more than anything, I think it's just proof that the government is really cracking down on anything that reveals that there's a new generation of Iranians that are living in different terms. And I think for me, that's the takeaway of this story, that we see that behind the scenes, the young population of Iran lives in a completely different way than the higher-ups are trying to push around the world.
And it's also reflective of a narrative that we're seeing largely with all of the anti-Muslim rhetoric that's coming around, circulating around the United States, that there's one image of Muslims, of women with the hijabs.
Exactly.
And this, to your point, is showing that there is a group or an insurgency of people who are trying to make these countries more moderate, more liberal, a little more Western, and they have lives, they have identities, they have things of that nature that they are wanting to express outside of the constraints. And it's really challenging a lot of the dialogue around what it looks like to be Muslim and what it means to practice it and things of that nature.
And not only that, it also it's good to remember that was the way things happened in Iran, in Tehran, before the revolution. Before the revolution, Iran looked very much so like any Western European city, and people was able to mingle freely, and women were able to go to universities. And some say that was also part of why the far right got power, because many traditional families were, we can't allow our daughters to go to school. And after the revolution, a lot of families were able to kind of open up a little bit more because they felt protected by the new regime of the traditions of Islam. And a lot more women were able to engage in university and engage in education. And that's why there's been like a renaissance of human rights advocates in the country. But still, we see that the government is cracking down on any sort of free communication. In this case, a football player gets 5 or 6 days in jail and is facing criminal investigation for posting, maybe being hacked and getting some pictures posted of him with women not wearing a hijab.